Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. Well, I'm in the middle of a project here, and in my last project, I somehow screwed this up, or it just decided to quit working very well. The chuck here, for some reason, is getting stuck in a spot, so I can barely get it open or all the way closed. I have to really work with it and use the wrench to get it all the way open. So I'm going to go ahead and mess with this. I decided in the middle of trying to figure things out here, I should probably do a video on this. This is a 1991 Sears Craftsman, still made in the USA according to all the stuff on it here, but these have the chuck goes up inside there. I can't remember what this is called. It's a tapered unit here, and what you do, go ahead and start from the beginning here. Now normally this has 3 things sticking out of it, in case yours doesn't look like mine. I don't know if you can see it very well, but a couple of mine have stripped out and I haven't fixed them yet, and I got the one working fine. So, and it usually kind of keeps this stuff out of my way for filming, and anyway, so regardless, you want to open this up all the way, and then this one has this little unit here that will let's see here, I gotta go all the way around that way. I gotta figure it out. I had it figured out now. I thought it was where it needed to be, but all the way around this way, and we'll lock it out, and that brings your spindle stuff down here, and this just has a tightener up here. Hopefully you can see all this. And then this will be in here like that, and it comes with a little doodad like this, or you can make something if yours doesn't have it. It's just a chunk of metal that goes in. There's an oval hole here that goes in here in between this shaft and why I can't remember the name. I should remember the name because I just watched videos kind of on this for a little while ago. But on your shaft here, and it pushes on the top and pops it out. I have a little hammer here I use just to kind of tap on it. And you probably want to, I put a rag down here on the bottom so it didn't come crashing down and hurt anything worse. But regardless, that brings that out of there. And as you can see, this turns, and I can get it pretty much all the way in now. It should go even further than that, but it's not. This pretty much goes down to 0. Now I know there's a couple different types of chucks. You got your Jacobs chuck and you got cheaper chucks. I think this is somewhere in between, because I've looked all over it and it neither says Jacobs nor does it say Craftsman on it, but I do know the older Craftsmans, this is a 91 like I said, I know most of the older ones, even like in the 80s and stuff, had Jacobs type chucks. I also know that the cheaper ones, this tooth part right here separates, and I just can't tell. It appears that this is machined into the body here, so, but it doesn't say Jacobs on it, so I have not quite figured exactly how this works, but I'm going to, right now anyway, treat it as a Jacobs chuck here. I'll try and open it up. Grab that, there we go. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Now I have lubed this and tried to just get quite a bit of lube down in there and stuff, but it doesn't appear to be working all that well that way. Okay, that's all the way down. which I have not been able to get it all the way down yet. So I am actually going to go ahead, well, maybe not. Okay, all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and shoot some lube down in there again. Now that I have this all the way open and I can shoot it right into where the jaws go here, and see if we can just get this at least working better. I still am probably going to try and pull it apart. We'll see how far I get with that, but at least right now I have it all the way open, which I haven't been able to do, like I said, and I can get down in there and really shoot some whatever down in there. I'll probably use T9 bow shield because I know it works really well. But I can just fill this whole thing up. And I'm going to let that sit just full of lube for a while. I might even try and run it up and down a couple times here just to get it so it's bringing it in there maybe some. See, that's full of lube and it's just not wanting to turn at all. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit for a while, do its thing, and I'm going to work on something else. This has been sitting here for quite a while, and I actually noticed that it held the fluid for quite a while, but now it seems to be seeping through this here. So I'm going to go ahead and see if what it's done. It's probably been a couple hours, and it's still, I can already tell it's still just crusty. It's better than it was, but it definitely isn't as good as I want it. Alright, and it closed up all the way this time, so it's helped, but not enough to where I'm happy with it. And even before I messed, I tried to build something I shouldn't have probably with this and put a little bit of side load on this, and that's when it got really bad. I noticed though that it's been getting more difficult lately, but and it went all the way one way and the other, but it's been more like this where it's just very gritty feeling inside, so I really want to figure out how to fix that. So the first thing I want to try and do is actually get this out. I can't remember who it was, but they took like a nut and a bolt and chalked it in here and somehow pressed that out basically. But I've also seen a couple people do it this way, so I'm going to see if I can just get in a little hole down there and pop this thing out. That does not seem like it wants to. And it did. Also, I should probably go without saying, I have a couple of these mats that I'm standing on that absorb the blow. One of them's really thick. The one I'm actually standing on is really thick, and I threw this other one down there just for that purpose. For if that thing came flying out like it did, and it really came flying out. But that looks pretty good. I'm definitely going to need to clean this stuff up. It definitely has a little bit of a nick right there though. I'm going to probably hit with some sandpaper or something. And I've heard different stories whether the fingers should be all the way out one way or all the way in one way. I saw one guy, he kind of did it halfway in between, had these sticking out a little ways, and that one seemed to go well. I would think you're pushing this kind of back into this area, so I'd be afraid of these jamming into there, so I'm going to leave these sticking out slightly. I found a socket that fits kind of over those, and I'm not sure if this vise is going to open up big enough. I might have to go to my other vise. I have this bearing from my 10 bolt, or 14 bolt, sorry, that is just kind of the inner race, and it fits over this really well. Super well, in fact. It fits perfectly, so I'm going to put that on there. Yet again, you need this to be free and this needs to be able to push up. And I could not get that in there on top. So what I ended up doing is I found this is from like a metal punch piece. I have a few of them and I'm not too worried about if I damage it. Hopefully I won't. And I'm just going to push in, and if things don't feel right, I'm going to stop. We'll see if I see this pushing forward. I actually have, I think I saw one where somebody just put this right against here too, so I'm not even sure if you need that there, but this is one of those things you got to do your own research on. I'm not super comfortable with what I'm doing here. We're just doing it together. Well, that doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. So I got this one set up here. This one I should have a little bit more leverage on, hopefully. Yeah, one way or other I'm going to have to buy a new one. So I guess I'm going to keep going with this. I'll probably end up fast forwarding through some of this until something breaks or pops loose. I'm starting to think that either this is the wrong way of doing it, or it just is so trash that it's not going to happen. So, unfortunately, I could not get this to fix yet. Keep an eye out for a video later when I either break it or fix it, one of the two. What I did is I actually went online, looked at some stuff that had pretty good reviews, which seem to be the Win ones, the Win drills and things like that. And they have some chucks that will go to the number 2 taper, which is what this is right here. I do not believe that this end will fit into the chuck. I bought one of the Win chucks that this end here would not fit into, and I believe it's like a J33 tapered end on the end of the chuck. This part right here, it was on the end of the chuck. So what I went ahead and did is actually found one that just has all that. It came in this really nice packaging right here. It's a 5/8 inch keyless. I went ahead and I'm going to try out the keyless, see if I like that or not. But it's 5/8 inch. I'm not sure if this just goes up to half or if it went up to 5/8, but I figured while I was doing this I should get one that went bigger if I could. And it still appears to go down really small from what I can see. I have already opened it up. Nice packaging, so I can put the other one back in here when I'm done, maybe, if it'll fit. It is quite a bit longer than this one here. With my drill press anyway, I can put stuff on the floor if I need to and drill it, so I wasn't too worried about that. It feels fairly solid. The one that I got that I ended up sending back, just this part of it right here, like I said, would not work with this taper. And I believe that this is the same taper. If I was to knock this out, it would have this J33 or JT3, that's what it is. That's what I believe this part is here. So instead of keeping that one and then ordering one of these that would work with the tapered 2 in like this and fit with my other one, this actually was less money just to buy it with the tapered end on it. Yet again, T2 tapered end here. Right now it feels really good. It's super heavy and solid feeling. It didn't come with any kind of instructions of any sort to tell me if I need to lube it or how to take it apart, but one of these days I'll have to look into that. But right now this should just jam up into my machine and start working right off the bat. So we will see. It all feels really nice. It does have the holes in it here around the edge. I don't know if it's gonna work, but there's holes that go around here that is made for like a sort of wrench that goes into those and holds on and turns it, but it says it does not need any tools. So we'll see on that as well if I can get things tight enough where I'm happy. But all in all, for the price, which will be, I'll have a link to this down below for Amazon. I get a little bit off of those Amazon things. I've never made any money so far off of any of those, so I have no idea how much or if I'll make anything at all ever. But if you buy this, I should get a little bit of something, which would help me out. I would appreciate it if you went down below, and if you're looking for one of these, just hit that link below and it should take you to this. We're gonna go put this on the machine. My light's kind of crud right now, but I went ahead and let this back up in here, and I'm just gonna take it and make sure that is that way. Sometimes, I'm hoping this should be the same. It says MT2. I'm hoping this is an MT2 thing here. Alright, well, you can see it's up in there, and I'm not going to pull it back out again. So I've realized that I've either gotten lucky every time I've ever done this, or this is just enough different that on the end of that it's got this tang here, and that's what the tool goes against to knock it out. Well, this has to be specifically lined up with that oval in here. I'll show that to you, but there's an oval in this that it needs to be lined up with. And so this part right here was hitting both sides of that and not allowing it to go up in and jam up in there. So I do have the right taper, I just wasn't putting it in correctly, and like I said, either this one is worn down enough to where it didn't matter what direction I put it in, or that one is just enough different that it cared, it didn't want to go in there. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So right here, that taper needs to go, it's going this direction up into there, and I had it like that, and it kept hitting the sides over here on this inside. So it had to go up in that direction. So if you're having trouble with yours, you need to know that. Unfortunately, I didn't know that. Like I said, every time I put this in here, and I've pulled this out probably 5 or 6 times at least, just cleaning things up and oiling things and that kind of stuff, and never noticed it not want to go up in there. So I believe I've just gotten lucky, because I can see over here where it's, you know, it would hit if I had it that direction, which is funny. Anyhow, this did work. It went up in there, and we're going to go ahead and try it out. Now, I'll have a video later on down the road whether or not I like this, unless something happens right away. If it works for what I need it to do for a while and I have problems down the line. Obviously, if there's a problem right away, it'll be at the end of this video. Otherwise, I'll probably go ahead and end this right here. If you want to see me using this on my next project, which is why I'm doing it, I'm putting new hydraulics on my Massey Ferguson tractor here. You can check that playlist out on my channel. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that and got something out of it. Now get out there and get your junk working. Thanks for watching Junk Works Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.